time stopper. From his name, yes,
Yeah.
he stops time and he can run really fast and stops danger before he even stops.
Like that, right? Is that your character? Thank you. No? Okay, use it up. So imagine I'm telling a speech, and for my story, I put in the gardener and the time stopper. How unique and memorable of a story will that be? I'm pretty sure all of you will remember that story. The next important part of a speech is the opening. You see, I had this very tall female English teacher, and she also always used to scold me in this stern voice, saying, Vesha, a speech is like a newspaper. Me being an arrogant fourth grader, I never really understood what she meant by that. I mean, newspapers are kind of boring. Speeches are fun. But that's when I realized what she said was actually correct. Newspaper articles are like speeches. Think about it. How much of you here have done a topic in English class about newspaper article writing? So less. I thought there would be more. Okay, well, I'm sure your teacher has told you that in order for an article to be good, it needs a good, catchy, interesting opening. And I think you can see that even a speech needs that too. And good opening can be realistically anything. It can be a good story. It can be a funny joke. It can even be not so funny. All that needs to happen is that the opening needs to grab the listener's attention and keep it until the body starts. That's why opening is so important. Like for me, I said a story about how my judge fell asleep while I was speaking. That definitely got your attention, am I right? Next is memorability. I know you guys are all thinking right now, hey Rasha, aren't you already teaching us something like how to make a speech memorable? Well, let me tell you, one of the most important aspects when it comes to memorability is called the foundation statement. George, I have to ask you a question here. When you speak, do you think that everybody who listens to your speech, do you think they remember everything you said?
Not
Okay, what do you think they remember from your speech?
the stories, like how you remember how I threw a sharp knife by TV.
Okay. What do you want them to get from your speech?
I want them to be entertained.
To be entertained, okay? That is a good answer, but it was not the answer I was searching for, sorry. So the answer I was searching for is that when you make a speech, you always want there to be one foundation statement that's supposed to convey the idea of your speech. It can be anything. It can be a quote, a fact, or anything. Of course, no speech is the same. All speeches are unique. So your foundation statement can be anything. Just remember, it has to be a sentence, not a paragraph. Okay, the next thing is delivery. And I'm sure we are all here to learn about delivery. I mean, when I first came, I used to stutter the same word 3 times before continuing. Delivery may seem hard, but actually it's quite easy. There are just 3 simple things you need to learn to master delivery: confidence, voice modulation, and understanding what you say. For confidence, I don't mean being arrogant. I don't mean coming up on stage with your back like this, mocking and thinking you own the room. What I mean is believing you can do it and then putting that same energy into your voice. You need to convey that to your audience. Second thing is voice modulation. Voice modulation is very, very, very important. Because through voice modulation, you can convey emotions. I mean, imagine if I speak in a monotone voice this whole time. I'm sure it will put you to sleep, right? But imagine if I speak in a loud tone, then bring it down softly during sad parts and increase it even more during happy parts. That's the power of voice modulation. It grabs attention without being too flashy. And finally, it's cuff words. I'm sure all of us here use cuff words like okay, alright. Anything you use when you forget something is called a cuff word. Even I obviously use a lot when I say a lot. Nana have even scolded me a few times just because I use it too much. That's it for delivery. Always try to be confident. Even without voice modulation, sometimes confidence can carry the whole speech. Next is structure. For this, I have another activity. Let's see, who should I call for? Harshit, okay, come. Okay, Harshit, I'll give you a simple topic, okay? A simple topic which you have to speak about for 30 seconds. But here's the catch. You have to make the structure as messed up as possible. So like you can put the conclusion at the start, then the opening in the middle and the body at the end. Something like that, okay? You'll have like 5 or 10 seconds to think about it. Okay, your topic is, if you could wish for one thing, what would it be? I'll give you 10 seconds to think about it, then mess up the structure as much as you can. Okay, 3, 2, 1, go. Count 10 seconds.
4,
5,
6,
7,
8.
If you could wish for one thing, what would it be? Mess up the structure as much as you can.
So guys, to conclude my speech, I would wish for lots of money. So good afternoon everyone. My name is Rishit and my topic is what's the one thing that you would wish for? So I would wish for lots of money because I'm very poor and my dream is to get something for my parents and my family members.
Okay. Now, I'm sure that was pretty confusing. Imagine listening to a speech, then at the start, right before they even get into the opening, guys, to conclude, my wish is to have infinite money. That would be pretty confusing. It would probably turn me off from listening to the speech as well. I want to give you guys, I want you guys to imagine something. Imagine a speech as a journey. Your opening is the start of the journey. It tells you where you are going and how to get there. The body is what happens in the journey. It's what you go through, what trials, what troubles, and eventually the conclusion is the end of your journey. What you learn. So that's it for structure. The next thing, and one of the most important things when it comes to public speaking, is practice and improvement. How many of you guys here practice your speech every day? And I want an honest raise of hands. See this one? I mean, only one. Keep your hand up, Pratha. Only one person. Practice and improvement is one of the most important parts. For a simple reason. It's because your speech can never be perfect and there's always room to improve. Whenever you speak, you should always try to go to the next level, as in practice for more. I'll give you 3 simple tips for good practice. The first is speaking to yourself in a mirror. Now imagine this is the mirror and I'm speaking to myself. Hey guys, my name is Vaishya and today I'm going to speak. I'm sure you can see the problem is my body language and you're also going to see that when you talk to yourself in the mirror. The second thing is speaking into a microphone and then recording it and then hearing it when you're free. I don't know if you guys will know why this is important, but this is because you can hear everything. You can hear how you speak, your pitch, what you did wrong, and your scuff words. The third and final part is practicing your speech for a little part every day. You see, you don't need to cram everything into one day. I mean, this entire thing, I only practiced it all yesterday. And it was a pretty terrible experience for me, because I had to study SST after that. But anyways, for practice and improvement, you need to practice every day. It doesn't need to be your whole thing every day, just a little part every day. And finally, authenticity. Now, you guys might be wondering, what does authenticity have to do with the unforgettable speech? Well, you see, I want you to close your eyes and think of great speakers like Martin Luther King Jr. and Steve Jobs. The reason they were able to speak so well and they were able to connect with their audience is because of their passion, their authenticity. They spoke about something they truly cared about. And that's why I'm conveying to you. When you speak, don't pick some stupid topic that you don't even want to talk about. Pick something that you're passionate to share. That's the core thing about authenticity. So, before I end my speech, I want to ask you guys a simple question, I think. Close your eyes, everybody, close your eyes. Now put yourself in my position. An arrogant 4th grader, thinking you're going to conquer the stage, but your judge is sleeping. But now imagine all the tips I taught you. And now walk up on stage confidently. Do you think the judge will still be sleeping? Or do you think he'll be rubbing his bald head with his jaw dropped to the floor? Thank you. That is it for my education.